Blade jargon can be complex, especially when it comes to saxes. Are you curious about the difference between a knife, a sax, and a brokeback sax? And when it comes to covers, when is it called a sheath or a scabbard? Hi, I'm Michael Fine with bootsbybohemond.com. You might know me as Bohemond. Follow along and I will demystify the complex jargon regarding saxes in a quick, simple, and dirty explanation. Let's start with blade covers. A scabbard covers a sword and a sheath covers a knife. Simple until we get to saxes. We all know what a knife is, and it's safe to say that most saxes are knives, but a few are not. Here's what makes a sax. This is my Viking sax knife in Damascus 02, a reproduction of an early 7th century museum piece from Weingarten in Württemberg, Germany. It's a good example of a sax. Saxes are worn horizontally inside a scabbard attached to a belt with the edge of the blade always going upwards. Often the scabbard will have one or more fixtures to suspend from the belt. A tang in the center line of the blade inserted into a single organic hilt, usually made of wood or horn, which is different than a full tang where the blade metal extends to the handle and has two pieces of material attached to each side, clearly displaying the entire full tang. A sax will have a single edged blade. Double-edged blades are referred to as daggers. Often the blade edge and the spine both curve in to a single point near the tip, which is generally located once again near, but not exactly, in the center line of the blade. Some examples have pattern welded blades, while others have inlays of silver. All mine are pattern welded. Cross guards and hilts to protect the hand are not common. A leather scabbard, either of embossed or tooled leather, or leather covered in metal embellishments that may also have impressions, or both. As Saxons are often found alongside double-bladed swords, archaeologists believe them to be a sidearm or secondary weapon. After the 7th century, longer and heavier versions can be the primary weapon. Now let's circle back to the should we refer to the cover as a sheath or scabbard issue. Mostly, covers of saxes are referred to as sheaths like knives. When the blade is a primary or secondary weapon, scabbard fits best. Now let's break down a brokeback sax. The spine and blade are not parallel. They are in fact sharp angled so that the blade gets wider near the tip. There's a sharp angled transition between the spine and the blade at a point usually about 1/3 of the blade length. Very often, the blade and the short section of the spine, which is right here and here, will also have a slight curve. Larger curves are shown in illumination and heraldic charges. So this is a brokeback sax. This little guy is also a brokeback sax. So let's review. This is a knife. This is a sax. This is a sax. This is a sax. This is a knife. This little guy here is a sax. This is a sax, and this is a sax. All the saxes and knives shown in this video are available on my website, bootsbybohemond.com, and check out the large selection of Viking and medieval coolness while you're there as well. All blades come with covers as shown. Now on my website, I often mix these terms for search engine optimization, so don't let that confuse you. This video is meant to be an introduction. Nothing here is written in stone. Many opinions do differ. Your opinion will not upset me, as I might just learn something. And if you want to learn more, visit myarmory.com. It's a well-moderated and incredibly valuable resource that will give you a Pandora's box of information and opinions on saxes. Thank you for watching, folks.